We're going to learn a special kind of pizzicato today. So I want you to put your instrument into playing position, but you do not need your bow. Take your bow hand and just put it behind you because we're not going to use it. We're going to use your instrument hand, either your ring finger or your pinky finger, and we're going to use that to pull or pluck on the D string. Okay, so experiment with which finger you prefer. Again, ring finger or pinky are your choices. Okay, and let's do 2 of them in a row. Okay, I will say rest, rest, and then we're going to pluck 2 of them. Rest, rest. Let's do that again. Rest, rest. Okay, now take your bow in your arm, and after we do the 2 pizzicatos, we're going to put our bow on the string and play 3 notes. And I always start with a pull bow after these pizzicatos. So here we go. Rest, rest. So as I was doing the last pizzicato, you might have noticed it looked like I was doing a bow lift because I was bringing my bow back to the instrument. Let's try that again. Rest, rest. Now look on the board behind me and you'll see these little plus signs over the note. That is that special left hand pizzicato. You'll also notice the LH pizzicato, okay, just to help you remember that we use our instrument hand. And then the word arco means to play with the bow, and then you see the bow direction symbols here. So down bow is the one that looks like this, and it is the pull bow. Especially if you're a cello or a bass, it's hard to remember which one's down and which one's up. And push bow or up bow here. Now Miss Harold has a great way to remember down bow and up bow. So if you add little arrows to the ends of the lines of the bow symbols, it tells you which is which direction. The arrow points down, that's a down bow. The arrow points up, that's the up bow. Now look at the very last 2 measures of first scale march. And this is where that left hand pizzicato comes into play. So it's a rest, rest, pluck, pluck, bow to end the piece. Let's try that together. This is the last 2 measures. I will say rest, rest. 3, 4, rest, rest. One more time. 3, 4, rest, rest. Let's back up to the scale that goes down right before it. So this is measure 59. They play 2 high Ds. But they don't let us go down to the D. Okay, they're trying to catch the audience and make them expect something that's not going to be there. And then they do the pizzicatos and the last 3 notes. So here we are at 59 together. 3, 4. Rest, rest. One more time. It is so hard to resist playing that D string at the bottom of the scale. This is 59. 3, 4. Rest, rest. I want to review the beginning of the second line, especially the half notes that jump around a little bit. It's a B, G, back to A, F sharp. So we've got the string crossings, we've got the long notes, and we've got notes that skip, okay? So if you need to, write the letters in above your music for sure. Okay, here we go at 7 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go back to 5 and practice jumping to the beginning of the second line and seeing if we can still play all those notes. Here we go at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more time at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now I want to work on the beginning of the third line and review that. And our note is E, G, B, G. For violin, viola, cello, you have to really watch your G and make sure you're stretching. For bass, you have to check your B note. Okay, here we go together. First 2 measures of third line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big stretch. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big stretch. Again, if those are hard for you, you may want to write those letters in to help you be successful when we play in big group. Now we're going to go back to 13 and practice that transition to the next line and see if we can still play these notes. Starting on your high D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Remember to keep your eyes on the music. Here we go at 13 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to jump down to measure 41. And I just want you to peek through the first 4 measures at measure 41. And they are identical to measure 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if you needed to write the letters in at measure 7, you may also want to write these same letters in at measure 43. So you might want to stop this video and do that writing in right away. Okay, we are going to play starting at 41. Scale up, and then the half note, the 2 count notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, G, A, F sharp. One more time at 41. So I hope you really realize they are identical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note, half note, half note. Now look at 49, and this is just like what we practiced at 13. High D going down, and then at measure 51 is the E, G, B, G. So again, if you needed to write those letters in at 15, take the time and write them in at measure 51 also. You can see what the letters are on the board here to help you if you need it. Let's play at 49. Set up your high D. 1, 2, 3, 49. Half note, half note, half note, half note. One set up high D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note, half note, half note, half note. Let's look at the beginning of the last line. So we've got a half note B, half note C sharp, 3 high Ds, back to A. Let's try the first 2 measures of the last line together. Set up your B. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Now let's look at what comes next at 57. 2 half note Bs, half note C sharps, and then it's the fancy scale down that we don't get to finish. Rest, rest, and then our left hand picks. So let's try that together now at 57, now that you know what that sounds like. Set up your B. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, left hand pits, and then we would bring our bow in. Let's do the entire last line now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Open A. 2 counts. 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Let's play the entire last line again. So it is a half note B, half note C sharp, 3 high Ds, A, B. So let's do the entire last line. Remember, we have our fancy left hand pizzicatos. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, C sharp, D, now A, B, 2, 3, now C sharps. Here's the 2 high Ds, and the scale we don't get to finish. Rest, rest. Now we're going to play from 41 to the end. Remember, 41 is just like 5, and 49 is just like 13. I hope you wrote those letters in if you need them to help you. Here we are at 41. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note, half note, half note. Next line, C sharp, half note, half note. 49. Two counts, B, back to G. Last line, 3 high Ds. Half note, half note. Rest, rest.